All right, let's jump right in. We're not just talking about selling property today. We are diving headfirst into financial mastery in one of the most high-stakes markets on the planet. Forget the basics. This is designed to give you a serious edge.
I want you to burn this into your memory. Seriously. This is the one principle that separates the top 1% from literally everyone else. See, knowing the deal gets you in the room, but knowing the law, that's what lets you own the room. So here's our game plan. We've got 4 power batches, and each one builds on the last. We're going to construct your expertise from the ground up, so by the time we're done here, you'll have the framework to operate at a truly elite level.
Okay, let's get into it. Power Batch 1, the foundation. Now this isn't just some boring theory. This is about survival. These are the absolute, non-negotiable fundamentals you have to master to protect your deals, your clients, and yeah, most importantly, your license. 2 points you can never, ever forget. First up, preemption rights. Just think of it like this. If you co-own a property, your partner gets the very first shot to buy your share before you can even think about offering it to an outsider. It's the right of first refusal. Simple. Second, broker agreements. If a developer hires you, that contract has to be registered with the Dubai Land Department. If it's not, the entire sale could be thrown out. These aren't suggestions, they are absolute deal breakers.
Now, I really want you to think about this question, because in a market like this, ignorance isn't just a risk, it's a liability. A liability with a very, very specific price tag.
Look at that number. 2 million dirhams. Just let that sink in for a second. That's not the price of a fancy penthouse, that's the price of making one single mistake. And this right here, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the max fine for a single violation of the jointly owned property law. Can you imagine a broker who didn't know the rules, made one wrong move, and got hit with this? It's a career ender, plain and simple. Knowing this stuff isn't about being scared, it's about being prepared. This knowledge is your first and most powerful line of defense.
All right, let's move on to Power Batch 2. You see how this builds? We've built your defense. Now let's talk offense, mastering the flow of cash. This is all about understanding how money moves, what the legal limits are, and how you protect it every single step of the way.
So the key thing to get here is that service charges are not some slush fund for the developer. The law is crystal clear. This money is strictly for the upkeep of common areas. We're talking security, maintenance, insurance. It can never be used for the developer's general marketing campaigns. This rule protects the owner's investment and it guarantees transparency.
Now this is really interesting because this little piece of information gives your clients some serious power. A borrower can pay off their mortgage early, anytime they want. This is a statutory right. You can't just sign it away in a contract. Knowing this allows you to advise your clients on real financial freedom and strategy. And that kind of insight, that's what elevates you from being just an agent to a trusted advisor.
And here's the price you pay for choosing the wrong path. If you obstruct a RERA employee during an inspection or an audit, you're looking at a 5,000 dirham fine. The message couldn't be simpler. Cooperate with the regulator, don't get in their way.
And now, let's look at the cost of the right path. That very same 5,000 dirhams gets a valuer officially registered with RERA. One is a penalty for getting in the way, the other is an investment in a legitimate career. One's a cost, the other's an asset. You know, the choice couldn't be any clearer.
Okay, now we pivot to our third power batch, the management game. We've covered the deal structure and the money trail. Now, let's talk about controlling the actual physical asset. This is the operational know-how you need to manage properties like a pro.
So, evicting a tenant from major renovations isn't as simple as just asking them to leave. It's a precise, 3-step legal process. First, you need an official report from the Dubai Municipality verifying that the work is necessary. Second, you have to give the tenant a full 12 months notice through the notary public. And third, the eviction can only happen after the current lease is up. Follow these steps and you control the process.
You want an owner's committee meeting to be legally valid for its decisions to actually stick? 2 conditions have to be met. No exceptions. You need a quorum, which means a majority of the members have to be there, and either the chairman or the vice chairman has to be running the meeting. Without both of those, any decision made is basically worthless.
So your client is thinking of knocking down a wall to create that awesome open-plan living space? Not so fast. Any big change to a unit structure requires a whole chain of approvals: the master developer, the Dubai Land Department, and the competent authority. This isn't just red tape, it's a critical safeguard that protects the structural integrity of the entire building, and by extension, every single owner's investment in it.
This is it, the final batch, your closer's edge. This is that next-level knowledge that the top performers use to see problems before they happen, provide elite advice, and close their deals with absolute confidence. This is where the game is won.
This statement right here, this is your ultimate shield against any tricky stuff. It means any clever side deal, any handshake agreement, any sneaky attempt to get around the official registration law is legally worthless. It makes the DLD register the one and only source of truth, which protects the stability of the entire market.
And finally, you have to know where the road ends. When a case gets to the appellate division of the Rental Dispute Settlement Center, their judgment is final. That's it. There are no more appeals. For your clients, knowing this is a huge piece of strategic advice. It tells them when to fight, and maybe more importantly, when it's time to settle.
So let's bring this all home. You didn't just learn a few rules today. You have systematically mastered the mechanics of the financial engine that drives Dubai real estate. You are now armed with the knowledge to protect millions in assets, to navigate complex deals, and to provide elite-level counsel. You have the edge. Now go out there and lead the market.